I regret marrying my wife. There, I said it.
I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, but after years of trying to bury the truth under duty, guilt, and silent hope, it's time I face it. Don't get me wrong, I love her. I really do. But that love has become more of a weight than a bond. It holds me back instead of lifting me up. She's not a bad person, not evil or cruel, but she's not a good life partner. She never really has been. She doesn't work and never truly has. She doesn't clean, doesn't cook much, and refuses to live within our means. It's like she's floating through life, and I'm the one trying to keep everything from sinking. You might ask, didn't you see this before marriage? I did, in pieces, in whispers, but I was too young, too insecure, too desperate to feel love asked the right questions. I mistook attention for affection, affection for commitment, and commitment for compatibility. We met as teenagers. I was quiet, a little awkward, and had never had a girlfriend before. She came from a rough home, one of those stories you hear and feel sick inside. I pitied her at first, then I fell for her, maybe because I felt needed. She clung to me like I was her lifeboat, and I mistook that desperation for love. No one had ever wanted me before, not like that. So I clung back. By the time we got married, it was clear she wasn't going to have a career. I co-signed her college loans so she could get a degree, one she never used. I told myself it was fine. I was building a career. I'd carry us both for a while, just until she found her footing. She never did. Our home is a disaster, not from lack of money, but lack of care. Every room has boxes piled against the walls, some unopened for years. You can barely walk without stepping over laundry. The dressers in our bedroom are practically buried under clothes. Sometimes I feel like I'm sleeping in a storage unit, not a home. She doesn't clean. She doesn't cook unless it's a special occasion or we have guests, which is rare. Most nights we order out or I cook for myself and our kids. I've become so good at making quick dinners that I can whip up a full meal in less time than it takes her to open the food delivery app. And still, she calls herself a stay-at-home mom. I'm the one who helps with homework, who tracks school schedules and doctor appointments, who goes to parent-teacher conferences alone. I manage all our bills, all our accounts, all our responsibilities. When I get sick, the house goes to hell until I recover. There's no backup, no help, just me. She hoards animals too, dogs, cats, sometimes birds. Every time I say please no more, a few months later, there's another rescue in the house. Another mouth to feed, another mess to clean, another burden she puts on me without asking. The truth is, I feel like I'm living with a child I never wanted to adopt, except she's the mother of my children. And the worst part? I saw it coming. I knew what I was getting into. I just didn't love myself enough to walk away. I thought, well, no one else is going to love me. At least she wants me. At least she needs me. And maybe she does, but not in the way a wife should need a husband. She needs me like a roof needs walls, just to keep standing. I've worked hard over the years. I've managed to build a good career. We bought a house on my income alone. I've kept us afloat. But no matter how hard I work, the debt keeps growing. Credit cards maxed out, random expenses, impulse purchases. She refuses to budget, refuses to talk about money without turning it into a fight. And when I try to set limits, she ignores them. A new pet, a new outfit, a weekend getaway she needed. I tried so hard to fix things. Therapy, conversations, ultimatums, nothing changed, because to her, nothing is broken. I do still love her. In the way you love someone who's been part of your story for too long to cut out. The way you love a storm that shaped you, even though it wrecked everything. But I don't like her. I don't respect her. I don't admire her. And that's the real problem. I can't lean on her. I can't trust her to handle things, not even the small things. If I were to leave, she'd fall apart. She's told me as much. I can't live without you, she says. And she means it. But I wonder sometimes if what she really means is, I won't try. I've become her emotional crutch, her financial support, her fallback for every missed responsibility. And in doing so, I've lost myself. I don't go out with friends anymore. I barely have any left. I stopped doing the things I love because I'm too tired, too overwhelmed. I smile for my kids, but behind closed doors I'm just exhausted, not just physically, soul deep, tired. Sometimes when the house is quiet and I'm doing dishes for the third time in a day, I think about what life could have been. if I'd married someone who gave as much as they took, if I'd waited until I learned to love myself before settling for someone who didn't. I wonder who I would have been, what kind of father, husband, man I could have become with a real partner by my side. Would I have travelled, slept better, smiled more? Would I have been proud of my life instead of constantly justifying it? But mostly I wonder this. Is this it? Is this really the rest of my life? A house I don't feel at home in, a marriage that feels like a quiet death, children I love but barely have the energy to enjoy, a wife who's more like another child I can't put down, can't discipline, can't trust. And I feel guilty. So guilty. Because I know how this looks from the outside. To the world, we're a family. A man who provides, a woman who stays home, 3 kids in a yard. But the truth is, I'm a husband in name only. I am alone. Utterly alone. No one asks me how I'm doing. No one steps in when I'm overwhelmed. When I break down, I do it in the shower or in the car or in the garage with the door closed so no one sees. Because I'm the man, the rock, the provider, the protector. But even rocks erode when the storms never stop. I haven't told anyone this, not friends, not family, not even her. Because what do you say? I regret my whole marriage. I love my wife, but I don't want to be married to her. I don't want to break my kids. I don't want to be the reason they cry at night or split their holidays between homes. I know what divorce does to kids. I lived it. I remember the confusion, the guilt, the ache. I swore I'd never do that to my own. So I stay. I wake up. I go to work. I come home. I clean. I cook. I care. I hold everything together with threads and duct tape and unspoken resentment. Because I don't know what else to do. Maybe deep down I believe this is the life I deserve. A life where I give everything and expect nothing. A life where love feels like work. A life where my own joy is the last thing on the list. And the list is always full. But lately, something's shifting. I don't know if it's a midlife crisis or a long overdue awakening, but I'm starting to ask myself, what if I deserve more? What if being a good husband and father doesn't mean being a martyr? What if loving someone doesn't mean carrying them forever? What if I could rebuild, not just my life, but myself? I don't have the answers yet. I don't know if I'll ever leave or if things will ever get better, but I do know this. I'm not okay. And pretending I am isn't helping anyone. Not me, not her, not our kids. So maybe this is the first step, admitting it, saying it out loud. I regret marrying my wife, not because she's evil, not because I don't love her, but because love without partnership isn't enough. And I am so tired of doing this alone.